Here's a demonstration of what what I call working wet on wet with wall paint with a brush. The main thing is to work quickly, establish a broad area, and then brush it smooth. So I think what I've seen a number of people doing is trying to kind of just make paint go in, just kind of trying to scrub it into the wall. And really, I think the best method to do is just put it on almost as heavily as you can, and don't spread it much. Keep it just wet. And if you have a real loose wrist, it really helps. So you're drawing the paint, you're pulling the paint across the wall, and you can work in different directions depending how you need to work it into the texture of the wall. And then establish a good size area, and just be sure the paint is thick enough on there. But don't try to spread out the paint too thinly. For one, we want a durable coat. We just don't want a little tint on the top. And to come back later is really a waste of time. So anyhow, so you see you've pretty much covered it evenly. The main thing is the brush strokes are random. So when you then just pull the strokes evenly, you really want to almost just barely touch the surface, have a loose wrist, and come back and forth, just so you're just dragging the very top, and you can feather it out and get your hand moving before you even touch the surface, so it doesn't have a brush mark at the beginning. So when the brush touches and leaves the surface, usually you have a mark, so you want to make that really smooth. So then that's all you need to do. So, and you can work very quickly because you're not trying to push and scrub out, again, the paint too much. And so you're just trying to get it wet and on there, and then brush it out while the paint is still wet, because latex will go pretty long. I know also in other, depending on where you're painting, again, don't hold a brush like a pencil or like a steak knife or anything. You really want, your wrist is a key thing. So even here, brushing like this can actually be, because you can really make it low to the wall and glide just barely over the paint like that. And then you have an even, there's no color of this wall showing through here. So anyhow, if you try to do this, I think you'll be happier and you'll actually move quicker.